football coverage continues with this Week 10 clash. The Noles headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Looking for blockers. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So Michigan's offense will get first crack at it here. And here comes Andrew Marsh. And what a treat to see a couple of pass catchers like this, each taking their shot to make big plays.
And I'm just telling you, being around Jesse Palmer all week, these two schools, he wouldn't mind playing for these schools because they develop the wide receiver position year in and year out. They find guys with athletic ability that are playmakers, and it's no different today. Palmer, talk about these two dudes.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, they fit this game in the tradition of both these schools, putting out All-American receivers, Biletnikoff winners, first-round draft picks at the position, and you've got two of those guys here in this game. They're each going to get a bunch of balls thrown their way. They're both so dangerous after the catch. This is a quarterback's dream to get a chance to play in either of these two offenses. This one's going to be fun.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Offense scoops it up and still going.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Running inside, it's Marshall. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Got a little grass. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
Yeah, and that's not the start you wanted if you're on this defense. Like, you lost last week, looking to bounce back. One thing you can't do, man, give up explosive plays on the ground. This defense has to hunker in, dial in a little bit. Last week was a struggle. Let's get back on track.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Seminoles offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes Ashton Daniels. They were all over him for the entire game last time out. 3 sacks and a couple of picks. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Noles moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Lets it fly. Complete to the left. There he goes. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped.
Well, it's the first third down of the game. You can't execute it any better than that. Really nice job in protection. Good job by the QB finding the open man. Nice route, and it's an explosive play early for this offense.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
That last play might have helped the completion percentage, but not the attempt to get the first down. They'll try it here on 3rd. Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Maybe a crease. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Play fake, Underwood. Hires on the move. Makes the grab, it's Marsh. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Making great decisions, that's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays,
touchdown Wolverines! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Keep it on the ground. Picks up the first down. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. First quarter in the books. Let's see how these two wide receivers are stacking up so far. See if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. dropping back. It's Daniels. Pocket breaking down. Fires to the big fella. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on that second down.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Swanke, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman.
Breaks into the open. Spins away. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Seminoles in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looking to fire. Plucks it out of the air. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Got his man on the right. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Fourth and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Off the play fake. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Touchdown Seminoles! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And it's nice to have those big tight ends down here in the red zone because they're such big targets, but they can block, or you just slip them out, find a little hole in the defense, feature him, throw it up, let him go get it. Nice job by the tight end with the catch and the touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Pulls it on the option. Turning it on! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Calls his own number. Makes it past the marker. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Throwing, Underwood, looking for an open area to his left. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I've got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. He's got it. Makes the grab and room to run. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover 1 man coverage. Just him and the wide out, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
He'll do it himself. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Floats it out in space. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. The Seminoles will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. Here comes the offense on second down. Here's Underwood to throw. Rushes on him. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. To the ground to try to move the chains. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Underwood. Throws toward the end zone. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the...
Caught, and he's got room. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time on a bootleg, they want to show you the run first, but he wasn't buying it, went right to the quarterback, saw it, and made the big sack.
There's a crease. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Underwood bringing the heat. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go. The run inside. It's Marshall. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The Wolverines want to move quickly.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
That's caught. It's Marsh. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Got the quick pass. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Firing to the right, complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Wolverines, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. A shot toward the end zone, and incomplete on the deep ball.
When you make big plays for your quarterback in the game, you catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
He's not afraid to go deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with UCF taking on the Old Dominion Monarchs. And it's the Knights trying to make it 10 for 10 here this season. This team knows exactly who they are. They've taken on the identity of that head coach, and they're a serious contender. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the American Conference. Now over to your game at Doak Campbell Stadium. This offense hits the half with some impressive scoring drives today. It's been a well-oiled machine, and if this keeps up, they could be approaching some school records today. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
Just about set to get this second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
To the air, it's Daniels. Pressure coming. Finds us back in the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo.
That's why you got to study your playbook. For all young quarterbacks out there watching, you're not always going to be able to throw it to the intended target. You've got to know where your check down options are because you're going to get hit at some point. You've got to be able to get rid of it. Nice job understanding the playbook.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Seminoles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Oh, the attempt is no good. Missed opportunity with the field goal, and the deficit is still 15. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. They'll try to run for it. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Play action with Underwood. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. Looking deep. Intercepted, number 19.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Noles come to the line in the hurry-up.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Well, giving away 5 on the false start certainly doesn't help anything. 2nd and long coming up. They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Riles. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Noles, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Wood or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the result of the play will stand. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Defense in press coverage. From the gun, running back on the move. He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. Third quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Here's a heat. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Snagged out of the air. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive, now first down from the 39. And he'll lose yardage on this play, loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. That's caught. It's Marshall. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to pass, it's Daniels. Under fire. Complete to the left. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line.
They've got the weapons to stay aggressive. You just made a big play. Let's see if we can take a shot here into the end zone, score, and try to save as much time on the clock as we can.
The give from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Just feeds the running back. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
The give out of the gun. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get line.
Maybe some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line.
touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? He's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And he makes the extra point. So a drive there of 82 yards, and what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Throwing, Underwood. Caught in the backfield, it's Marshall. Snags it, and there's running room. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Gives it on the option. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Oh, they're after him. Bought a little time, lets it go.
I think the route runner got a little bit sloppy on his route. You've got to do a better job creating some separation when you're running these in routes. But good job by the defense, too, because they took him.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Showing off the arms. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Florida State calls its 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Complete. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what...
snags it, and he's open. Slips one guy, now he smashes his way through again. Touchdown, Florida State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. The Seminoles back in the lead.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. He works his way past the first down marker, and that will put this one away. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Here's Underwood to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to power their way ahead. A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year,